how it go down.
Kilo Ali flow. From the east side, to the golden glide. The lows and highs, me and all the bros in the stolen ride like.
And now, please welcome your 2028 New Orleans Saints.
On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys victorious a week ago, trying to make it 2 in a row here. Across from him, Saints head coach Kellen Moore. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year of the NFL now.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Saints first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15. And it was the visiting Saints who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in New Orleans. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23.
That's another Saints.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
For a Saints first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Another tote for Etienne. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. All in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
Second and 6.
They run here with Dowdle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First down. It's a gain of 6. And the Panther first down.
A running play, it's Dowdle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3.
Now a handoff looking right. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
Looking to throw, Young.
2nd and 7.
That's taken in. It's Xavier Leggett.
It's a gain of 8. That's another.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
Young to throw it. Got a man, that's Ligon. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line.
And the Panthers first down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
1-yard gain. Brings up
They run again with Dowdle. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now here's Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for the Panthers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Here is Young. This is caught. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
You have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
A 21-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will line to a stop. He does have the first down.
And the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
4 yards. That's another Saints first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's another one complete to Mitchell. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
2 yards on the
Here's second and 8.
Second and 8.
That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's first and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Mitchell. Second and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7. At the 20.
Back to throw again. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw again. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And his kick is indeed good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
But I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Our journey through the NFL starts now. In Landover, the Commanders at home to take on the Green Bay Packers. All right, Brandon, thanks much. It is Week 17. Playoff spots on the line, seeding on the line, coaching jobs may be on the line. Let's dive in. And this is Christian Watson. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. Why don't we go over to Charm City now? Check in on the Ravens. They're hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. Maybe the NFL's ultimate weapon, Lamar Jackson. He's going to do it himself, takes it into the end zone, 11-yard touchdown. One more to tell you about. We go to Jacksonville, the Jags taking on the Detroit Lions. And this is Jahmyr Gibbs. He's been terrific in the first half. This, the first of his 2 touchdown runs. The Lions lead it by a touchdown at the half. With that, let's give you a look at the all-important playoff picture in the AFC here in Week 17. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout, a field goal separating these 2 sides through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29. The Panthers offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field. And his ability to use his legs has given the defense fits when trying to game plan. He's currently second in the NFL in rushing yards by a QB. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Carolina. 41 yards.
41 yards on the play. And the Panthers first down. A 41-yard gain. And the Panther first down.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lost 4 there, and it's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Young will set to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Well, this is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will tie things up at 6-6. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Second down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run with ETN. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
They
go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 2.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. He'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. 2nd and 6 from the 10.
To Adonai Mitchell. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll run with Devin Neal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Devin Neal with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Back now here live in New Orleans. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Panthers, first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
On play action, Young. They'll find McMillan here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Saints offense and Travis Etienne set to take over once again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
That's good for a Saints first down.
They can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
He was brought
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
He'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Etienne up the middle. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Olave holds it in. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
That's another Saints 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Etienne on the toss right. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. They're going to look to throw. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3. Running out of the gun with Etienne. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick here is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give him the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
The Panthers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Here's 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
Young to throw. That one complete to Ligon. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
For a Panthers 1st down. 24-yard gain on the play.
And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. Here's 2nd down. Here's Young. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28.
A gain of 12. First down, Panthers.
And the spike comes here, and that stops the clock at 25 seconds. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Young. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brings up 2nd and
4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So the Panthers going to get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. They have fought hard to reach this point. They've got the ball first. Remember, though, even if they score, it would quiet this crowd, but it doesn't end the game. But a chance to put a solid drive together here and at least get 3 and hopefully for them a touchdown. We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Oh, Young loses it. And this is, there he goes, left side. And he brings it back to the house. It's a touchdown. And in a crazy inning, a defensive score wins it. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So for New Orleans, they avoid that 10th loss and move to 7-9 on the year. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.